Thank you so much, Jessica. I believe that by now you're getting a bit of the flavor of what our students are like, what they can produce, and what a difficult task it is for the selection committee to from approximately some years 45 essays to make the difficult decision of picking 4. Congratulations. Our next winner, third-year winner, is Kwami Osei from Rexdale, Ontario, and he has special permission to join us this morning because ordinarily he would be out practicing with our 3-0 football team for this afternoon's game. I believe that you are going to thoroughly enjoy the words that he is going to share with you, and I ask him to come up now to read his essay.
Attending St. Francis Xavier University has provided me with tremendous experiences, both inside and outside the classroom. Upon arriving at St. FX, football was my focal point. However, as I got to know the student body, celebrating ethnicity and giving to the community also became important to me. Now, before I get into more detail about my accomplishments, I want to give you an idea of what I have gone through in order to reach this point. I'm from Toronto, Ontario. To be more specific, Rexdale, Ontario, which is one of the most feared places in Canada due to high drug violence and gang rates. Growing up in Rexdale, I've seen a lot of things that most kids only see in movies. Most high school graduates in Rexdale do not pursue a post-secondary education. In fact, making it through high school is considered an accomplishment in itself. We are not expected to graduate. I've always felt like I wasn't expected to be where I am today. People expected me to either be selling drugs, locked up, working a 9-to-5 job in a factory, or dead by now. I say this because the majority of my friends who I grew up with fit these categories. Growing up, I thought it was cool to be in gangs and sell drugs. I thought it was cool to skip school. I thought it was cool to be a disturbance in school when I did attend. I thought all these things because of my older cousin who I looked up to. He was my idol growing up, and he was one of the most feared guys in my neighborhood. My cousin died at the age of 28, and between ages 18 to 28, he was in jail for about 8 of those years. When my cousin died, it hit me that I looked up to him so much, but he had not accomplished much in his life. All he had left behind were 2 little girls. So since my cousin's death, I have motivated myself to not be like him, but to instead live for him, accomplish the things that he didn't accomplish, and prove the stereotype that young black males are destined for failure. St. FX has allowed me to change as a person. I strongly believe that if I had not come here, I would have been led to a different life that probably would resemble my cousin's. The main reason why I have excelled since attending St. FX is because I've put effort and energy into what I expect to get out of here. In essence, I've given myself to the university and the local community in many ways, and I've experienced great satisfaction as a result. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my involvement in order to demonstrate the impact St. FX has had on me and will have on my future. Black History Month served as a time where I could share stories about growing up as a black male. I visited St. Mary's Academy in Sherbrooke, where I was able to interact and discuss with students the trials and tribulations I faced growing up as a black male in a predominantly white society. By doing this, I hope that my experiences would have a positive impact on these children, that I appeared as a mentor who treated the issue of race as a conquered battle. I also helped organize the Black Society Variety Show, which raised money for peer tutoring at St. FX. So clearly, celebrating my black ethnicity is something I do value. I believe that taking a stance and appropriate action is extremely important. For instance, the creation of Exchange, which is a male group that took the initiative for violence against women. Our participation demonstrated that we would not tolerate such destructive behavior. I also was pleased to help coordinate the Martin Luther King Day presentation. This presentation not only allowed for celebration of ethnic values, but also allowed fellow St. FX students to recognize our passion and dedication to sharing and promoting Black history. With regards to sports, well, I eat, breathe, and sleep football. It is safe to say that football is a defining feature for which I am grateful. It is also through sports that I have been able to share with my community. As a member of Extra Gym, I joined with other football players visiting St. Andrew's Education Center in order to promote the importance of physical activity. This was a weekly after-school program which involved interaction with children ages 7 to 12, where we did not only play, but we also assisted them with their homework. The most significant aspect in which I have been able to use football as a means to share with the community was through producing and coordinating a fundraiser called Ex-Athletes for Charity event. This organization consisted of an all-star extravaganza which featured St. FX varsity athletes from every sports team participating in various activities such as a women's basketball game, women's three-point competition, a halftime dance competition, a men's soccer game, a co-ed relay races, and a very popular men's slam dunk competition. This was a great opportunity for Annie Ganesh and St. FX to interact and raise money for a good cause. The local Annie Ganesh minor girls basketball players were also there to display their talents on the court. Various St. FX athletes were available for autograph signings. This event was significant because all the ticket proceeds were donated directly to Alzheimer's Society. This past year, instead of donating to Alzheimer's, we decided to donate to KidSport. KidSport is a charitable program that helps disadvantaged kids overcome the financial barriers preventing them or limiting their participation in organized sport. I believe my efforts and experiences within St. FX and the Annie Ganesh community will have an influence on my life after graduation, as it already has in my summers in Toronto. During this past summer, I helped in my community by giving a motivational speech to elementary school kids. This interaction helps them keep away from violence and gang activity that often occurs in my urban neighborhood. I have also helped coach a Pee Wee football team, which allows me to share my passion while also teaching young children valuable skills. Being involved with children is something I value because I believe young children need mentors in order to recognize their potential and worth. Although there is much more to me than these accomplishments, I take great pride in what I have been able to do thus far. I believe that my experiences here at St. FX have given me the confidence and knowledge I need in order to help any community I may find myself in. Applicable to both football and life, and a message I will continue to live by, is that desire, determination, and know-how is what truly makes a champion. Thank you. Now, can you guys please excuse me while I go prepare for a battle?
Looking back on the number of essays that we have seen over the last number of years, this has to be one of the most powerful that we have received. Thank you, Kwami, and we look forward to seeing you on the field this afternoon. I'd like to say a special word of appreciation to all of those who applied for our awards this year, to all our winners, to our winners who could be here with us this morning, and just wanted to tell you that these awards are very, very important to our Alumni Association. They recognize our students of today, how they honor our traditions and values, and we are so proud of their accomplishments. We look forward to the day when these students become full-fledged members of our Alumni Association. Thank you very much, and now I invite Helen back to the podium.